And tensions are rising between Venezuela and the United States as President Trump confirms that there are already CIA agents inside of Venezuela, and President Nicolás Maduro isn't holding back. New reports that Venezuela offered up a plan for President Nicolás Maduro to slowly give up power, but the White House said no. The Associated Press reports Maduro would step down in 3 years, handing power to his vice president to finish his term. The AP says the White House rejected the proposal because it questions Maduro's legitimacy and accuses him of running a narco-terrorist state. Maduro responded to that report on state television.
Tengo malas noticias, los intrigantes.
Saying, I have bad news for the schemers, the imperialists, and all their media outlets, websites, and agencies. Today, the political leadership of the revolution is more united and determined than ever to defend our homeland.
We don't want war. This is a fabricated conflict. We are in no conflict. It's something important because they are escalating, warring parties. There is no escalation on our part.
Venezuela's ambassador to the UN speaking Thursday as tensions have risen since early September when the White House began a series of strikes on alleged drug smuggling boats in international waters. All of this as President Trump acknowledged authorizing the CIA to carry out covert operations in the Latin American country Wednesday.
Ningún gobierno.
Maduro responding saying, never before since the CIA has existed has any previous administration publicly said that it was sending the CIA to kill, overthrow, and destroy countries. Then there was a show of U.S. military force with 3 B-52 bombers like the one shown here, flying near the Venezuelan coast for hours, according to flight tracking data. But not everyone is on board with President Trump's tactics.
Nothing more than a distraction, because, let's be clear, Donald Trump specifically lifted sanctions on Venezuela, allowed oil profits, and continues to allow oil profits to flow into Maduro's coffers. That helps keep him in power.
President Trump is weighing if land operations could be next.
We are certainly looking at land now because we've got the sea very well under control. We've had a couple of days where there isn't a boat to be found.
And as for those strikes in the water, the United States confirming their 6th attack against what they say are boat smuggling drugs into the Caribbean. However, this attack is the first one to have survivors. It is unclear if the U.S. military helped those survivors or if they're in U.S. custody. In Doral, Elena Key.